I don't care to set world records. Play games for fun, dude.
I'm a psycho. I play hundreds and hundreds of hours of these games. We talk about a lot of weird things on this podcast. What is up, dude?
What's going on? What's going on?
How's everybody doing today, man? Are we ready for a podcast? I know Dustin's ready. He's like, pow, 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 with the gifts, bro. He just comes in here. Boom.
Right out the gate, dude. Knows how to get the night started.
He's dropping $5 gifts like faster on every stream than a person addicted to scratchers at 7-Eleven, dude. Just boom. Every stream, dude. Best podcast on YouTube. I appreciate that, Dustin. I think you might be objectively wrong, but I appreciate it. And I agree with you. I also think this is the best podcast on YouTube.
Literally doesn't get any better than this.
No.
Let's be real.
As a person who has watched plenty of podcasts but does not watch any podcasts, I agree. This is the best one. Anyways, what is up, dude? What's going on with you today? What did you eat today?
I ate like a burrito bowl, pretty much.
Oh,
like
hell yeah.
Rice, beans, and chicken. It's pretty good.
I definitely eat burrito. Well, not a burrito bowl, but I eat breakfast burritos. And I totally cheese it. I think I've said this before. I don't actually make the breakfast. I just get one of those little $2 like Jimmy, what are they called? Jimmy Dean? Are they Jimmy Dean? Jimmy John. No, Jimmy John makes sandwiches.
Yeah, Jimmy Dean is like the frozen.
Yeah. You get a little frozen bullshit one, microwave that, throw it in a tortilla. That's a breakfast burrito for me. Like 3 times out of the week, I'm definitely eating those things. They're fine. They're good. I smother it with hot sauce, and then it's good. You smother anything with hot sauce is good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, you just
ends up tasting like hot sauce.
Put whatever you got in a burrito, hot sauce, you're good.
Pretty much, yeah.
Most of the time. Anyway, finally starting the podcast like we're supposed to. Food first. That's right. I didn't eat dinner. Wait, did I eat dinner? I didn't eat dinner.
I didn't eat dinner either.
I didn't eat dinner.
I normally don't eat dinner until after anyways, but
I had a really big lunch. We made chicken burritos. So we had like chicken, beans. It was like straight up white people food. Chicken, just a can of beans, some rice that we just like some cilantro rice that's already pre-made. We just have to, make it. We just have to heat it up or whatever. Just straight up, But it was fire because
we had pretty much the same lunch then.
Oh, sick. My lunch was really late. I woke up at 12. I was up till like 4 something doing the summit guide last night. And I'll be honest, man, I do not think that summit guide was that good. I feel like I could have done better had I spent more time trying to figure out all the little stuff with flying planes and helicopters and fucking jets and shit.
It
was a real aerial circus. That's what I was gonna say.
It really was. That's what I was just gonna say. Like, I don't blame you one bit for just getting it done, because like, I don't want to do that either.
Yeah, I mean, I tried.
I don't have max parts on my helicopter either. I was struggling, dude. I did those events and I was like, this is just one and done. If I don't care about this special edition plane anyways. If I don't get it, who cares, dude? Yeah.
The jet itself is definitely, it's funny because man, I have so many different feelings about the jet, but specifically the jet. I think that it is neat to offer another different flying vehicle in the game, but it feels like we are being blinded by how fucking terrible all of the other planes feel to fly. And we got in the jet and we're like, oh wow, this is actually fun, because not because it's fun, but because it's actually way faster than the other ones. Yeah. You know what I mean? I feel like that's the case. I could be wrong. I don't appreciate having another category to grind parts for. Because I already didn't grind the helicopters, bro. I don't even have nitro chemist on helicopter. I got 3 out of 7 on nitro.
I don't even have max parts. I have whatever the parts were from doing the last summit event. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're not even max level parts.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, Stacy is correct. I should give this warning, guys. We have a dumb strong storm that's rolling through here right now, and luckily I still have power and I still have internet, but that could change at literally any moment. So if the power goes out and the stream cuts out, you guys know why. There's just a storm and I really can't do much about it. So just a warning. If it does cut out, you know, we'll see on the next one. But for now, we are here. The jet is basically a better handling plane.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's faster also, especially with parts on it. And that is more fun. I do agree that it is more fun than the regular planes.
Yeah. Yeah. When I first jumped in, it was my first time playing with it in that summit event, and I instantly was like, oh, this is way better than everything else I've done in this summit.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. That was the most fun event for sure. Right. Was the jet event. But I will say that I think my take on this is going to be a little bit surprising.
Okay.
I wasn't that put off by the summit as a whole. I really don't like the repetitiveness of having it all be flying. However, because of the jet and because of the helicopter, it was actually a little bit of a variety of flying. It wasn't the same thing over and over again. The jet offered something different than the planes. It was more twitchy. It was faster. It actually felt like I was in a different race. It didn't feel like I was flying in one of those really boring plane races. The helicopter races, the one was really bad because it was super long and it was difficult. It had the wind and it was bullshit and we had to go for like 4 or 5 minutes. That sucked. But the other helicopter race was really tight. It was a tight course and it was really short and you could do it within a couple minutes. I actually found some, even though I struggle with it on stream, I actually found it to be, the challenge itself to be a little bit more entertaining than the other helicopter event and then some of the other plane events. And the plane events were like boat events actually, that they just transitioned into plane events. And that was actually a nice surprise. I didn't want to have to do these plane events that are already in the game because they're boring, they're long, and it's annoying. So I'm glad that they made changes in order to make it not just a boring plane summit. That being said, I think most people are not going to like this summit. I think that the variety of flying is not going to matter to most people. They're just going to hate it. But my take was that it was fine. It wasn't the worst summit in the history. It wasn't the best summit in the history. That's kind of how I feel.
Yeah, I can see that. It was just, I don't know. The helicopters alone, I'm just not a big fan of. Those events were both very rough. The plane stuff it's whatever. It's not my favorite. It's not the most fun, but it's not like dreadful. Like, oh my god, I can't believe I have to do this. That's how I felt about the helicopter events. But the plane ones were fine. The plane, it is what it is. I mean, you just fly, get it done.
Yeah.
I feel like there are tricks to it where you can be really good at it, but I feel like it's not as big of like a skill gap type deal as you get in like the cars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's not too much more that you can improve on while flying the airplanes that you know, as you can in the cars.
True.
So to me, that just what makes it not as fun. It's just like, make sure you get the checkpoints and you're good.
Yeah. If you have the parts and you hit the checkpoints, you're gonna get a decent score. Yeah. But with the helicopters, I did find the skill ceiling to be a lot higher. It took a lot more skill to do well with the helicopter events, which is the reason why I think a lot of people are not going to like them. But it is one of the things that sort of draws me to it as well.
I just don't like the feeling of the helicopters. Like, it does take a lot more skill to drive them well, but it just sucks to even attempt to drive them.
Yes, I agree. It feels not very arcade. It feels stupid. It's like, this is not, I don't feel like this is doing what I'm telling it to do.
Yeah.
Bones is asking, what is the worst summit we've ever played? And to be honest, I don't really know. Bro, is this... Hold on. Hold on, I need to kill this ant real quick.
Oh my goodness. He's got an ant.
Bro, this is the biggest ant. Can the camera focus on my thumb and not my face? Bro, that thing had a shadow, dude. My God, it was tall, bro. This is the first one crazy, I've seen, man. And now I'm in trouble because I got Coke cans everywhere. I need to clean this out tomorrow.
Yeah, you gotta clean up and get like some old traps down or something.
Jesus Christ.
That was a scout, dude.
That was a scout. I did kill the scout. That was a close one. Anyway. I don't know what the fuck I was saying. I got distracted by the ant. The helicopters are a little bit more skilled to fly, and that's what attracted me to them. But I think a lot of players are not going to like that at all. That's kind of where I was. That literally looked like the smallest ant, bro. Do you know how big my thumb is?
You have no idea how big his thumb is.
Look at how big this thumb is, dude.
A giant ant.
That is a normal size ant. It was a big one. Trust me. It had a shadow. Anyway. Use coffee grounds to repel them. They don't like coffee? I didn't know that about ants. They don't like coffee? Never heard that before.
I have no idea. I never heard that either. Anyway.
I encourage everyone to go into the Discord, just like I said yesterday, the crew community Discord, and leave your feedback. It is going to be helpful. I want to take a look and see if anybody did their feedback. Let's see, official feedback, weekly content feedback. Already 17 votes. So you guys did go, because there's 17 votes and 2 comments already. So that's pretty cool. 8 votes for 1 out of 5. Not a very popular one.
Yeah.
8 votes for 1 out of 5. 4 votes for 2 out of 5. So
I gotta admit, I haven't voted or messaged anything there yet.
Yeah, well, everyone needs to go and do it, because I think it's the only way we're gonna be able to get something out of the devs.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. Tomko voted 5. That's interesting, Tomko. Would you care to share with the chat? I'm very interested, honestly, in what you felt was so stellar about this one in particular, because I think last summit was voted highly, and I personally didn't enjoy last summit. I thought last summit was a little bit boring for me. I don't know what you thought. Did you enjoy the summit? It was all hypercars.
The last summit was like the Koenigsegg one?
Yeah.
It was okay. It was just like a lot of highways and hypercars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was okay. There hasn't really been too many summits that I was like, that was really fun. I enjoyed doing everything here. This was sick.
I'll be honest, the times that I have the most fun with in the summit is definitely the ones where there's a lot of shortcuts. Those are the summits I enjoy the most. And it's not because it's wild that my mic doesn't pick any of the thunder. Yeah, the thunder outside is nuts right now. You guys don't hear it, but shout out to, what the fuck is this? Shure, the Shure SM7B and the Elgato arm. Shout out to those guys for good noise cancellation. Anyway, no, the summits that I like the most are for sure the ones with the most shortcuts, because that is what I enjoy doing, is finding all of these things. I like to actually figure it out. And when there's not anything to figure out, and it's just like on a track, or it's just like a set path, like a highway or something like that, that to me is so boring, and I don't really care to do it. It's just okay, I have to do this. You know what I mean? So I enjoy the shortcut heavy ones. I enjoy the craziness, like jumping over mountains and shit. I like all of that. Tomko says this one, however, just because it utilizes all aerial specs, boat events are used for planes, and also I'm 3rd overall so far. Nice. Well, congrats on being 3rd overall, Tomko. It sounds like you enjoy a lot driving, or flying, I should say, the planes in the game, and so this summit was made for someone like you, which is cool. That's what I was gonna say. My take is not super negative on this summit. I think that the variety of flying was good. I like that they did the boat events for the planes, and I like that that this gives a chance for people who do enjoy planes to actually use them. This was one of the criticisms I had with the jet getting added to the game, was that what the fuck am I going to use it on? Like, where am I going to use this? And the answer is this type of a summit, right? So I'm glad that we had it. Like, we had a boat summit that was annoying as well, but they did do like unlimited NOS to make it a little bit more, I don't know, fucking flying with the boats. Yeah. So that was cool. But like, I'm okay with this type of thing every once in a while. I really am. It's just, I think we need to be ultra careful as to when we do this. I would much prefer this type of summit be the first summit of the month and not the premium summit of the month, which is the last one. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think it's because of what the reward was. You're getting a plane, so the summit to earn the plane, you got to perform in planes.
I'm okay with that. Put it in the beginning of the month.
But then they don't have a premium reward for the last week.
Oh, fucking figure it out, dude.
Come on, dude.
Figure it out, bro.
This is the cream of the crop right here.
Dustin,
this reward.
I got news for you, Dustin. And it's not actual news. It's just news that I'm making up right now on the spot. But you heard it on the internet on this podcast. So it has to be true.
It's 100% true.
This is 100% true that there's a 50% chance that they add hovercrafts to Motorfest. Okay.
Holy crap.
You heard it here first. I would not be surprised. Basically, I would not be surprised if hovercrafts made it into Motorfest, for the simple reason of they obviously, with precedent, are not afraid of adding categories. They've added 2 since the game launched. They've added 2 categories of vehicles, and now they could add hovercrafts. They could add jet boats. They could add, what are the other ones they got rid of?
I don't know. I think that might be
Was that the only ones they got rid of? Why can't I think of it? I don't know. My mind's going blank. Anyways, they could add these different categories for racing. And I would not be surprised if it actually happened, because a lot of the content, half basically of the Motorfest content, is recycled from the crew too. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happened, dude. And Dustin, I would gladly accept that. If it did happen, I thought hovercrafts were fun. I thought they were crazy and fun and hard to drive, and it relied a lot on on NOS management. I thought it was cool.
Yeah. And the hovercrafts are fun.
Yeah. Locked Insight says, I think if there were more events for each category, it would help greatly for summits or playing in general. Yeah, it's true. I mean, if you...
The problem...
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, one of the main problems is there's so many events in the game currently that just don't get used for anything. I feel like every summit, we're doing a lot of the same events that we've done in previous summits, and we don't get as many of these. Like, dude, there's so many playlists, there's so many events in the game.
Yes.
And I think that's one of the reasons why, like, the game feels stale a lot of the time, is because it's just like we're still doing the same thing. Like, we have like back-to-back summits where like 2 out of the 6 events are an event that we just did last week type of situation. It's like, come on, man, like we just did these events, like now we're doing it in this car, so it's new. Like, come on, man.
Right, exactly. But that's one of the things I actually will agree with Tomko on this one, is that this week's summit was different. It was different.
Yeah, it was.
And we can't really complain about different too much. It's the plane thing is definitely frustrating, but they didn't throw it at us at week 2 when the game just launched and nobody had parts. They waited and everyone could have a chance to get parts. So I don't know. I think overall I'm not too upset with this summit. I originally was frustrated during the stream just because I was having a hard time with the helicopters, but in general I think it's okay. It's okay. It's not the best, it's not the worst, and I think plane people needed their time.
Yeah, the people that enjoy the flying in the game, they're having their time. I mean, every other week is driving, so
yeah, for sure.
It is what it is. For someone like me, though, I'm not a fan of it, so I didn't have the most fun, but I understand it. It's 1 week. I can wait till next week and probably complain about something else.
You can find something else to be upset about, dude.
I'll find something else. This is what I like to do. I just like to be mad at games and then keep playing them,
Yeah. That's right. And we have this place to do that with. That's perfect. Right. I think we're doing good. This is great. Bone says we need summit reward cards to change the meta in some classes. I agree 100%. I think they should introduce summit reward cards that switch the meta around. Not necessarily be the meta card and be OP and like now only 10,000 people get it and no one else can play with it. Not that. Just a specialist car. A car that is like, this is the best car for guttering. Or this is the best car for top speed. But it sucks dick at handling. You know what I mean? That type of thing. Not an OP Agera R. Not that. I don't want that. I just want cars that are specialist cars. Because that would be cool to see. You know? It'd be cool to see it shift the meta a little bit.
Yeah, it sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I would enjoy that.
Definitely. Multi-vehicle events are not utilized in custom mode and probably weren't even part of any summit. I would yeah, but I would like to see multi-vehicle events. If that was in the summit, that'd be cool. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that could be cool. I saw somebody, I don't remember if it was on stream or if it was a comment on one of your videos, but somebody suggested like a grand race that was like extra long.
Yeah.
And it went through like every category.
Yes.
That'd be cool.
I'm down.
Where like you race every category that's in the game.
Yes.
That'd be dope. That'd be an awesome race.
Yeah. It'd be cool. It'd be super cool, man. And they could just put it in as a modifier to the existing grand race. I don't know how that would work on the back end. Sure, it would be a lot more difficult than what we think it is.
Exactly. Yeah. But
yeah,
that would be dope. I'd be a fan of that, I think.
Yeah, that'd be great. Dustin's dude, he's throwing heaters today, dude. Just straight cheddar. Just great ideas.
Dustin's idea. Gotcha. Yeah, that was a brilliant idea. I like that. I think it could be really fun.
You can't even do multi-vehicle events in a crew, which is stupid. That's true. Events like what's that last one in the Electric Odyssey playlist that has like 3 different categories? You can't do that in a crew. You have to do it solo, which is kind of frustrating, right? You could do it in the crew too. Go into the multi-category events, I believe, together. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not a crew 2 historian. I played a few hundred hours. I then switched to PC and played a couple hundred hours more. And my account is, you know, I really don't even have the parts in the crew 2. I hardly have any parts, which is why sometimes I do struggle with some of the summits, but it's okay because I uninstalled it.
Yeah, I had a ton of like pretty much all the part sets on my Xbox, but it's not cross save. So on my PC account is like empty, dude. I don't have anything on my PC account for crew 2.
So I think overall you would give the summit what, a 1?
You know what? I'll be generous. I'll give it a 3.
That's fair.
I'll give it a 3.
Did I convince you to up your grade?
No, I had fun in the jet. The jet bumped it up 2 points.
So wow, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's insane, actually. All right, I was planning on giving it a 3 as well. Like I said, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's bad. I think it's fine. It's fine. And for the people that really like planes, it was something for them because we haven't had this yet. So that's good.
Yeah.
Didn't realize until later that the live extreme races from the crew 2 is basically what grand races are. Not a bad thing though. Yeah, it's the same thing. They just did that and expanded on it and made it PvP. That's basically what it is. But I think Dustin's idea of having all of them would be great. You just have this one long race that features every class in the entire game. I mean, maybe except helicopters.
Yeah, don't do the helicopter. I don't even. Yeah. Removed helicopter.
Should have been able to use the jet and the speed trap and escape. Yeah, that'd be cool. That would have been cool.
The speed trap this week, it spawned me in the plane. I like just put nitrochemist like on one of my planes. As soon as it spawned me in, I just held the trigger and the NOS and just drove through it.
Through like 180.
I was like, this is my score that I'm getting. I don't care.
That's hilarious, bro. You're probably still gonna get platinum too. That's funny.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Motorfest is searching what we're looking forward for new playlist called Red Bull Wall Ride and some Year 2 Pass Audi e-tron for Rally Raid next week. Yes. So next week's going to be kind of nice. We're going to get, we should get a new playlist. We have a new month. We have a new playlist. And potentially, the Year 2 Pass car is the Audi e-tron, right? So we get the Audi, which is cool.
The Rally Raid one, right?
Yeah. The electric Rally Raid, excuse me.
Yeah, hopefully it's good. I'm hoping it's good. It looks cool as hell.
It does. I don't remember. I had access to it early on, like a couple months ago, and I don't remember how it performed. I'll be honest with you. I really don't. I don't think I actually tested it. I may have driven it in free drive or something, but I really don't remember what it was. Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping that it's good because it looks cool.
It is a really cool looking vehicle. I do like it. It is really cool. Dustin says we should have been able to use the jet in the speech. Oh, I already read that. I read that already, dude. I read that.
It looks like a warthog from Halo. Exactly.
Yes.
That's what makes it look so sick, dude.
Exactly. You'll think the helicopter wasn't a good thing to add. I feel like no one likes it. It's tough. I mean, I feel like, how do I stand on things being added to the game? There's never a time where something gets added to the game and I'm like, that was fucking horrible.
Right.
Except for that last video where I was complaining. I said that Porsche was horrible, but the thing is, it doesn't matter how bad a vehicle is. My point is that it doesn't matter how bad a vehicle is. I still think adding something to the game is a net positive for the game. Yep. I may not like it or use it, but someone out there is going to have a blast flying around a helicopter in the map, right? So like the fact that it's added, not a bad thing. But if that time that they took to make the helicopter into Motorfest, like the development time to do that, if that took away from like another Summit car that was cool, I don't really like that too much, you know?
Right. The helicopter and the crew too, it wasn't utilized for anything, right? Like it was like a reward for something, and then there was like no events or anything you can do in it, or am I wrong?
Say that again.
The helicopter and the crew too, you got it as like a reward for like the live events or something like that.
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
There weren't any like
oh, flash flood warning. Okay, no. Phone, how do I shut you up? Told you, man, we got a big storm here. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying there weren't, as far as I remember, I could be wrong, there weren't any like helicopter like events or anything to utilize the helicopter and the crew too, right? It was just kind of like a reward and like, here, you can fly around with this.
Yeah, I don't think so. I honestly don't think there was, but to be honest with you, I don't know. Oz, maybe you want to shed some light on that. Was the helicopter and the crew 2 used for any events, or was it just like an additional vehicle that you could just mess around with? Oz makes a good point about the jets not being used for the speed traps and the escape, and that is that it's a brand new vehicle category. So if you were going to like max your score, it wouldn't make sense to have to do that on the first week that it drops, because if that was the case, then you couldn't really complete the summit until you grinded for the parts for that jet. You would have to grind the parts first. Not saying you couldn't grind it in a week. It's probably going to take 4 hours to grind the parts for the jet. It's not going to be that hard, but it would be kind of frustrating if you had to do that right off the rip. Gotcha. I would have been pissed last night. I'd be like, I'm not doing this. If like we could use the jet in the speed, I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah, true.
So
yes, no events. You can only use it in the community races.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so they added it to this game with the intention of doing events with it and develop like a part system for it and everything.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Well, what I want to know is what's the plan going forward with both the helicopters and the jets? Like, are they going to add more events, more playlists? Are we going to be able to use these things for anything? Like, is there any plan for like, other than like the random summit event that comes up, are we going to get a playlist that's just all aerial?
Yeah, I don't know.
It'd be fun. I mean, it's fine if they don't. I just like, why put it in the game if we're not going to have something to use it for. And I was making the point yesterday on stream, if you're going to put something in the game like that and there's not really events to use it on, I mean, yeah, there's a couple of airplane events that are already in the game, but if you're not going to do that, then the point of having it is for free drive.
Yeah.
But we don't even have full crossplay. We can't. Most people are pissed off about crossplay. They can't play with their friends.
Yeah. Ocean Sky Volume 2, maybe.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that happening.
Monster has one race and Demo has nothing. That's also true. I think there's like, what, 2 races for drag?
2. There's 2 races for drag, and there's, I think, 3 races for rally. 2 or 3. I could be wrong on that, but I think it's 3.
Crazy.
Rally, bro. Rally. There's only like 2.
Yeah.
There's only a couple.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, yeah, you can use rally on like a bunch of different events and all that. There's like the custom mode allows you to do all that stuff.
Use everything
but
everywhere.
Proper designed for that, there's only a couple.
Mm-hmm.
And for drag, you can really. There's only 2 for drag.
Mm-hmm.
So, by the way, tomorrow I'm gonna work on a jet parts grinding video so that people have the fastest way to get parts for the jet. Hopefully I'm not wrong on that. I'm gonna figure out the fastest way that I can do it and put it out, but I think that there's yeah, right now the fastest way I was doing it was treasure boxes and slaloms. Treasure boxes and slaloms.
So same just like part grind as other cars.
Yeah, same as the helicopter.
The fastest way to just grind parts for anything.
Well, Hummer Express for sure is the fastest for vehicles.
For like land vehicles.
Yeah, for land vehicles. But for anything that's weird like drag, planes, boats, this is just me personally. It could be like slightly longer. I'm not sure, but I like doing like 3 to 4 slaloms, find a treasure box, 3 to 4 slaloms, find a treasure box, and be doing it that way.
Okay. And then yeah. We'll have to figure that out.
It will be, Bates. It will be. Yep. But people will need a video for it.
Yeah.
I'll make it short. But yeah, it'll be the same method as the helicopters. Final race in Ocean and Sky is best, I think. You can also skip most of the checkpoints. Final race in Ocean and Sky is the what's that one? It's the plane one where you can skip like almost all the checkpoints. Yeah, that one with the jet, you can do it in about 1:40. I mean, I can do it in 1:42. That means you guys might be able to do it faster. I do it about 1:40 to 45, and that gets you like maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 parts or something like that. And then if you do that, then do a treasure box and then go back to that, it's probably faster than slaloms. But the slaloms, dude, you can do, I mean, in 1:40, you probably do 3 slaloms.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think that Ocean and Sky one's probably faster. It is probably faster. But.
Oh my God, looks like you got some testing to do.
God dang it, dude.
And you better test it and not do any math, damn it.
That's right. Wait, what? I thought I was supposed to do math. Oh, no, I'm not supposed to do math.
You raw test that shit.
Oh, right. Okay.
No math.
All right, we're going to make this video an hour long. And I'll give you guys the results in the last 30 seconds of the video. No timestamps.
Perfect.
I think that'll be a good video. Good video. Anyway. All right. I mean, we kind of hammered it. You know what? I just looked over at the feedback over on the Discord, and it says festival goers, we'd like to hear your thoughts on the weekly summit and its challenges, as well as any other new weekly content. And then it just lists some things that are supposed to be in the weekly content. It says Aerial Circus, Bugatti Bolide, Granville Brothers Aircraft, GBR1, blah blah blah. Why did the Bolide just get thrown in this week?
They just mentioned that in there, just like the Bolide. What do you think about the Bolide, guys?
Well, yeah, but it's not. Well, it's the custom bundle for this week. It has like it has vanities and stuff. It's a custom bundle.
Oh,
but like,
I didn't look at it. Okay.
But why is it the custom bundle? That's what I'm trying to find out. Why is it in there? I don't understand.
Oh, it's because that's the car that we had to use for the custom show.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah, but why?
I don't know why, but that's why. We had to only use the bleed. Yeah.
Okay, bleed is there because the custom show is only cars. But why? We have other vehicles in the game. We should be able to customize planes. Bates says maybe because it looks like a plane.
Right. Yeah.
I see. All right. Fair enough. I'm like a toddler right now. I'm like a toddler. Why?
Why? Dude, my freaking nephew does. He's 2 years old. He's been doing that a lot now. Just and anything you do, you tell him, he's like, he's in like that phase where everything is like, he's like, no, and me and mine and why, and it's like, dude, chill.
Yes.
You tell him like no, and he's like, why? And it's like, because you're not supposed to be doing that. And he's like, mine. I'm like, no, it's not yours. Why? Oh my god, dude. Put that down right now, dude. He's like, why?
Yeah. I will explain the reason why in the request for my son to not do something. I'll say something like, don't rub your feet on the deck because you'll get splinters. I'll say that. I'll say, don't rub your feet on the deck, you're gonna get splinters. And then immediately, why?
Why? Yeah.
Because you're gonna get splinters. He's like, why? I'm like, dude, just get in the fucking house. What are you doing? Just get in the house, dude. What are you doing? Why?
Yeah, you're like, because you're gonna get splinters, and this kid would be like, no. Like, right. Yes, you are.
Right.
No.
Kids are funny, dude. They're figuring it out. They're trying to figure out the world, dude. I mean, can you imagine having to figure out the whole world?
Yeah, I've been there.
And you don't even know how to try to figure out the whole world, and you don't even know how to use your thumbs correctly. Like, god dang, that'd be tough. But anyways, all right. So the bleed's there because they said so.
Because they said so, dude.
Yeah, because they said so.
That's the bottom line.
Having the bleed in the custom show is like customizing the jet. The only vanity is yellow smoke. Egoista would have made more sense. Oh, 100%. Oz.
Oh my god, yeah, it's literally a jet cockpit.
Yeah, why didn't they do that? You know what? I'm calling for it right now. Hashtag give Oz a job.
Get Oz on the freaking team, dude.
Oz needs to be on the dev team.
Doing? Get Oz over there.
Where's IVT? Offer this man a contract and to move to France. Get him on the team, dude. Oz makes too much sense. He's very logical. Exactly, Bates. Exactly. Why are we going to get splinters? Exactly. That's the point. And if I would explain to him why a splinter would happen, he would ask me, why does that happen?
Yeah, why?
Yeah. Say God created the earth, and on the sixth day he created splinters.
Created splinters.
Why? I don't know.
Like, all right, just keep doing it, and then get a splinter, and then ask. I'll ask you how that felt.
That's what I said. That's what I said to Stacy. I'm like, he's just gonna have to get splinters, dude.
Yeah,
he's gonna have to get it because he's not gonna listen.
Yeah, that's just the way it goes, man.
Yeah. Anyway,
you gotta learn it.
So, speaking of why, I think this is a great transition for why all the hate on Marathon, dude. Can we talk about Marathon a little bit?
Yeah, and the reason that I think it is literally because it's made by Bungie.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
The only reason that there's hate. If there was a different name that loads up when you boot the game that doesn't say Bungie across the screen, I think this game would be a massive hit.
Agreed.
Because I'm having a ton of fun on it.
Agreed. Why? No. So anyways, if you guys look at Benji, Arc Raiders greater than Marathon, that's exactly what we want to talk about. Dustin says Marathon looks cool. If you guys don't know, anybody's watching doesn't know, I have a second channel which I'm covering Marathon. Steven's been doing a lot of streaming of Marathon. We are fans of the game so far. We've got to play the alpha.
Yeah.
And I think I'm definitely intrigued. I'm looking forward to what the beta looks like. I can see the vision for the game, and I'm excited to see some of the things that they are going to reveal in the next couple of months.
Yeah, I'm in the that they're giving is cool.
Yeah, I'm currently, my second channel did get approved for the creators program, so I'm in there. I'm in the Discord. I get to see the things. I'm excited. Like I really want to.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see some stuff. So, anyways, that's what we're talking about on the podcast because it is consuming our hours of gaming this last week. That being said, this game called Arc Raiders decided to post a trailer, and I think what we should do before we get into the discussion is just watch the trailer.
Okay. Yeah, we can watch the trailer. I haven't seen the trailer yet, but yeah, I got some stuff to talk about here.
Yeah.
Grinding my gears a little bit.
All right. We're going to get to the gear grinding part of this. Let me see if I can switch screens here and not fail at this one here. Oh, I need to turn on the filter. Where's it at? Video capture, filter, crop. There we go. All right. So we have a trailer for Arc Raiders, technical test 2 trailer. And let's just I have not seen this. I have not seen this, guys. We're watching this for the first time, all of us together.
Let me know when you click play so I can play it on my end. 1,
2, 3, play.
How was your day, honey?
Pretty intense, but I brought something for you.
Where'd you find all these things?
Here and there, you know.
Did you run into Ark?
I did, and I watch out for them, but they're the least of my problems.
Oh my god. Shot him right in the face, dude.
Did he?
All the raiders I've met say the same thing. You cannot control what happens up there. But you can decide how you deal with it.
Okay.
Boom. Sign up for a chance to play.
Okay. Yeah, so look, it's didn't give me any chance to see what the fuck the game is about. I don't even know what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
But
so it's
go ahead. Tell me what
I was gonna say. It's an extraction shooter, a lot like, you know, Marathon, Tarkov. Like, it's an extraction shooter. This one is third person though. It's a third person extraction shooter. And to be honest, the game looks really good. They do a lot of things right. It's got VoIP in it. It's got you know, like proximity chat. It's got ways to communicate with people. There's like a radio menu with different things. Like, you know, you can say like, oh, don't shoot, or hey, let's team up. Like, in case you don't have a microphone, you can still communicate with people.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't know. It looks like they did a lot of things really good. But can I get into some of my gripes here?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
As far as Marathon's concerned, the second Marathon did their gameplay trailer, people were instantly like hating on it. This game's dead on arrival. This just looks like some more generic slop. And they go, oh, it's a live service game. This game's dead. Like, nobody wants to play a live service game. We don't want microtransactions. Oh, this game's going to cost $40. Screw that. I'm not paying $40 for this game.
Right. There's a lot of that in the feedback for sure.
So then I've been playing Marathon on my stream. I had like 2 back-to-back 15-hour streams. I've been grinding it. Okay.
Yep.
The entire time I'm getting people jumping into my stream, trying to basically convince me to hate this game, hate Marathon, because they don't like it. And then this stuff gets released on Arc Raiders, and people are like, Arc Raiders is going to wash this game out of the water. Arc Raiders looks so much better. You should be playing Arc Raiders, da-da-da-da. I don't know anything about this game. So I go, okay, let me take a look at this game. This looks interesting.
Okay.
I'm watching some gameplay, and I notice, oh, it's third person. That's not really my style, but, you know, they got all these things going for it. So I go, oh, I wondered, is this game free to play? So I go to Google. Hey, Google, Arc Raiders free to play?
Mm-hmm.
It's speculated that this game's going to cost $40. Oh, that's interesting. Nobody cares that this one's $40, but Marathon's $40, so they hate it. Okay.
Right.
Well, maybe this game's not a live service game.
Right.
So maybe that's, you know, they're okay paying with this. It's not going to be live service. They don't got to worry about microtransactions and all this extra BS, right?
Yep.
Hey, Google, is this game live service? It is a live service game.
Oh, weird.
That's weird. maybe the gameplay is just really good. Hold on, let me take a look. Let me go over to Twitch, open it up. There's somebody on the home screen. The home screen of Twitch, right at the top of the home screen of Twitch, in the playtest alpha, there's a freaking battle pass tab. I was like,
so not
why
only
are people giving shit to freaking Marathon
right so,
about all these things when Arc is doing the exact same thing?
yeah,
And it's got a battle pass in this freaking playtest. Like, what? That's I'm not talking shit on the game itself, okay?
yeah, I know.
I'm not talking shit on the game itself. I'm just pointing out
The hypocrisy.
Everything that everybody was talking shit about Marathon is literally the exact same that's going on in this game that they're praising, saying is gonna wash Marathon.
Yeah. So Benji obviously is on Team Arc Raiders. He says Arc Raiders isn't a full AAA team, and they made something that's already close to looking like it's done, while Bungie gives a half-baked pile crayon crap. So I would be Benji, I'd be interested to see if you played Marathon at all. I would be interested to see what your take would be on it if you did. If you didn't, it makes sense to me that it feels to me like a lot of the hate for Marathon is definitely related to people's opinion of Bungie rather than the game itself, like taking the game for the merits of what it is. And
Yeah.
the game was never, the alpha was never positioned or marketed as a complete game. It wasn't. It was never that. They were literally testing the systems. They were trying to figure out if players enjoyed the core mechanics of the game, the extraction part of it. They're trying to figure out, did we get this right, or do we have to go in another direction on the actual core gameplay? Are people liking this? Can we improve on the experience of what you do when you go into a raid? That's literally it. And the fact that they included some progression in that alpha, I think, is just a tiny fraction of what you're going to see when the game comes out. So that's just my opinion. I don't know anything about Arc Raiders. It looks like it has decent branding. The graphics look pretty good. That is what they got going for it. It's got really good apparently it's optimized really well. The graphics look insane, and I guess the sound design people are like in love with. Yes, it's just all good things. I hope that this game is awesome. I'm not taking anything away from the game.
I signed up for it. I want to give it a try. I'm signed up for it because to me, like Benji is here saying, Bungie gives the half-baked pile of crayon crap. I'm assuming crayon crap is
like the graphics,
referring to the way it looks.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't care how games look. I don't really care about like art styles of different games. If it's something that I enjoy, it's just a bonus. Personally, I care about does the game work properly and is it fun? If the game's fun and everything works good, I'm down. I will enjoy playing this.
Yeah.
There's never been a game, we've talked about this before, where we don't play it because of the way it looks.
Yeah, I've never had that problem.
Yeah, we talked about it before. Neither one of us have been like, this game looks gross, I'm not gonna play it.
100%.
So to me, that stuff doesn't bother me. I just care about if the game's fun to play.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to hopefully I can get access to Arc Raiders because I would be down to give it a try.
Yeah, me too.
The only thing about the game that I'm not super pumped on is third person shooters. To me, kind of lame. I don't like the standing behind a wall and just 3-peeking everything and swinging somebody that doesn't know you're there because you can just hide behind the wall and have your camera over here looking at them. It just gets boring.
Yeah,
to me, I don't like that.
To me, third person is really just about the over the shoulder camera. It's not my favorite to play like that. I'd much rather play with a first person point of view. That's obviously a preference. I mean, this game could be awesome to play. I mean, Gears of War is a great example. It's a game that was very well loved. A lot of people liked it. I just didn't like it that much. I'm not a fan of over the shoulder. So that's just me. But that being said, I hope this game is awesome because what it's going to do is, if this game is awesome, right? All of the negative feedback that's been given about Marathon, or I would say the negative buzz around the game, and if this game is actually like really good, people really like this game, well, all that's going to do is force Bungie to make a better version of Marathon.
Right.
we are going to benefit from that. Like we are literally going to have a better version of Marathon.
Yeah, I was watching a creator play the game live when I was trying to see it, and that's pretty much their take. They were saying too. They were like, this game, all the features that this game's offering, the arc raiders, like this is gonna make the Marathon that we were just playing a lot better. It's gonna make Tarkov step their freaking game up.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, so that's good to hear, and you know, I'm interested because I hate that people like pitch it together. Dude, why can't we all coexist and have more fun games?
Exactly.
Can we just have more games to play that are fun?
Exactly.
Like, oh, you want to play this third person extraction shooter? Dope. And then like, oh, your friends are getting on Marathon? Okay, I'll jump over to Marathon, play that too.
100%. Why is everything a team, bro? That's what I don't understand. Everybody just goes straight to teams. It's like, oh, this game is so much better than that game. This game is the best. And then they're solid on that team, bro. They're on that team. Yeah. And they want their team to win. And anybody who says anything against their team, fuck you, dude. I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. And honestly, it's the same with creators, man. The same with creators. We should not be attacking each other. I've never attacked another creator. We should not be attacking each other. I'm not gonna turn this into the a fucking me versus Sid Watch bullshit. But I've never attacked another creator. I've been attacked multiple times, and it doesn't make sense to me. To me, it's a weak move. It's not good for the community. And I just want there's plenty of views to go around, bro. Everyone can be good. Everyone. Right. But this applies to the same thing. This is the same thing. This is people getting attached to a certain game and not wanting the other thing that's competing to do well, which is wild to me.
Yeah. We've literally been seeing that right now too with Motorfest and Forza.
100%.
People all the time are jumping in the stream like, Forza's gonna kill this game. And it's like, okay, go have fun with Forza.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Go have fun. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, go play it.
It's fine.
It's so funny.
Once Hello Kitty
comes out with their own extraction.
Yeah, dude. Agreed. It's over for all the games.
Yeah, I never played Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Is that a good suggestion there from you, Benji?
Kappa says it's a new generation.
Yeah,
it is. There's a lot of competition and what's referred to. What's the term for it? Famine think is what it's called. You think there's not enough to go around, you know? Dude, there's people don't play one game, bro. People play a ton of games. You ever heard of that? I'm gonna pull something off the top of my head that I heard a long time ago that I have no fucking clue if it's right, but it makes a lot of sense to me.
Right. You're about to say it, so I believe it 100%. This is truth.
When I was taking business classes in college, I heard about what's called the gas station. I think it's called the gas station theory, or the gas station theory is what it's called. If you have one gas station on a corner, that gas station will do, let's say, X amount of business. If you put another gas station across the street from it on the same intersection, then both gas stations will now do 2x what the original one was doing. If you put 3 gas stations on an intersection, it multiplies by 3. If you put 4, it's 4 times. All 4 of them get 4x the amount of customers, because what happens is people recognize that that's the place to go for gas stations. Okay, you have choices. Some of them are going to be cheaper on one day, the other one's going to be cheaper on the next day, and everybody's going to get customers because you're all in the same area. It's the same reason why out here you'll see a fucking Dairy Queen across the street from a Freddy's, and they're both the same. Not the same, obviously they offer different food, but similar. They offer ice cream or a form of ice cream and some burgers. And you're like, ice cream and burgers. You want a shake? You want burgers? There you go. These two. And you know where to get it. Okay?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with games, man. When you have a genre of games and you get them sort of lined up together, and people own a lot of these different games, bro. They own all of them. They're like, I like extraction shooters. They're going to try all of the extraction shooters. You think Tarkov people that play Tarkov just only play Tarkov? Maybe.
Maybe. Like, shit, I didn't think about that one.
I would be willing to bet a lot of them have tried Hunt Showdown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
maybe they don't like it. They tried it though.
Yeah, I see all the time, every once in a while, some of the Tarkov creators will be playing like the Delta Force or whatever every once in a while.
Yeah, exactly. It's the reason why, you know, I've played Need for Speed, The Crew 2, Need for Speed Heat, Need for Speed Payback, Most Wanted, The Crew 2, The Crew Motorfest, Forza Horizon 4, Forza Horizon 5. What else have I played on the channel? I recently did the interview with MotoGP guys, Supercross,
Yeah.
Hot Wheels. Like, dude, it's all racing, right? It's just fun. I don't know. I just think people are too attached to their team. They get you know, fucking blinders up, and this is my team, and it's gonna be better than that game. It's like, fine, it's cool, dude. Whatever game you like, it's fine. I don't care. I just like the games that I like, you know. But our creators, I do see the hypocrisy though. If people are like, one of the main things with the feedback with Marathon was the pricing. It's like, oh, it's not a free to play game, and that's gonna be it's gonna be DOA.
Service. And so we're gonna have microtransactions. Nobody wants that. And then I go to Arc Raiders, and literally there's a freaking battle pass on the alpha playtest,
which is crazy.
Like, I don't know if it's paid. I don't know if it's just a tab. Like, hey, this is there.
It could
All
just
I know
be.
is I clicked on something, and I was there, and I was like, no freaking way.
Yeah, it could be. It could just be that it was there.
The game's rumored to be the same price. The Marathon's rumored. They're both live service games. It's literally everything they were picking Marathon apart for.
Yes.
Is also applied to this game that everybody's like, can't wait to play. This is gonna kill this other one.
But it has prox chat, dude. It has prox chat. So
it does have prox chat. The graphics, dude. They're super like realistic, whereas you know the Marathon is not, and they're not finished graphics yet.
Right.
Whereas this game looks a lot lot more polished than Marathon is in its current alpha state. This game's a lot more polished and ready, which I you know.
But that's but
fine.
do you think that was a specific choice on Bungie's part though? Like, do you think that they look at the game and they go, we could probably put this in this particular build with not all the textures there, just so that it runs, we know it's going to run well, and we can actually test the servers. We don't have to worry about people, you know, running like, you know, 4 frames a second or whatever. Like, could it just have been like a tactical thing? Like, they are just making sure that it runs well, and they don't need all the textures outside. And because to me, I'm okay with the aesthetic. Yeah, the outside didn't look like really detailed, but like I thought that was kind of part of the aesthetic. I thought it was like supposed to be cold and like spacey and like plastic and very like the surfaces were supposed to be flat and not real textured and not do you know what I mean? Like, I thought that was part of the aesthetic.
Yeah, same. I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's just, you know, the main hypocrisy there is you're seeing this, not hypocrisy, but like opinion, I guess, where they're looking at Arc Raiders and it has these insane graphics and sounds and everything's working good, and people are getting like 90 to 100 frames on a 1080 Ti, whereas, you know what I mean, like that type of thing where it's like it's optimized and it looks really good. Marathon sucks. And it's like, okay, so that's really, I want to get in and play Arc Raiders because I want to, like, is this game fun? Because with Marathon, I've been having so much fun playing it.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I've been enjoying Marathon, so I'm really interested in seeing like how good is Arc Raiders? Is it fun to play?
Well, that's the thing that always gets me is it has to be fun though. Like, it can look however you want it to look, but if it's not fun, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yep. If it looks great, sounds great, that's awesome. How does it play out?
Those are, to me, those are icing on the cake, man. Those are icing on the cake for me.
Yeah, same. Yeah, those are bonuses.
You do, to be fair though, if it has bad sound design, you do notice that. That is definitely something that would put me off.
Yeah, the sound design
has to be at least of a certain. Yeah, it has to be at least of a certain quality for sure. I think Marathon has a long way to go in sound. I think the sounds they're a little bit. They need to tweak some things for sure. The alpha didn't feel that great with the sound, but I don't know. It's whatever. Dustin says people shit on Marathon for not having good graphics, but love Fortnite and Minecraft. Yeah,
exactly.
True.
I'm telling you, the hate for Marathon is literally because it's Bungie.
I definitely think
people are just hate Bungie. That's what it is.
I don't know if it's all of it. I think there's some of it that's fair critiques, but I do think that I think part of it it definitely stems from the distaste for Bungie.
Marathon Alpha went from 6,000 players to less than 2,000 in a day. That's a bit worrisome.
Right, but that's because once people saw the gameplay, it's an alpha, there's not really much to do in it. You know what I mean? Like there's the progression is there, but it's not like the 2,000 people that were playing it like I'm gonna get to max level in this alpha.
So yeah, I've been playing the shit out of it and having a ton of fun.
Yeah, but also you have to think too, Waterblob. I'm not sure when you looked at the stats too, because that I've seen that people say that before, like, oh, it went from 6,000 to 2,000. But you have to keep in mind that this was a North American alpha. This was literally just North America. So, I mean, yes, there are creators and things that people had it outside America, but the vast majority of players were in North America. They're not playing it at certain times. Like the high points of the game are going to be, you know, in the mid afternoon here in the States. 30 seconds ago. It's fair. I haven't played it in a few days, and I have access to the alpha. So like, it's not because it's not good. It's not because it's not good. And the 6,000 high point is because no one has played it before. They're like very excited to play it. Once you've played it, you're like, oh, okay, I know what this is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like I don't see that as a big issue.
Also, that was most of the people that were playing that the first day were the content creators, right? The keys went out to all the content creators first, and not even all of them got them. So you had all the major content creators that were all playing that first day, but also it came out the exact same time as Oblivion Remastered. So people were playing Oblivion Remastered, which was the biggest thing on like Twitch when it launched. So they took a break from Oblivion to try out Marathon, and then went straight back to Oblivion. And then also, what was the other game that dropped? Oh my god, I forget the name of the other one. Some other game dropped the exact same time. So people it's just timing for everything. And like, it's a super closed alpha. There's still people that, you know, aren't getting keys, that haven't even been able to get in yet.
Well, they're releasing keys every morning at 10 a.m. They're sending out keys every day for the rest of the remainder of the alpha. So hopefully people who want to get in and try it are still able to do that. But there is also a sense of the way the game is, at least for me, from my perspective. I have not played it in a couple of days, mostly because I've been busy with other things related to Militia. So I didn't have the time to go out and play it. But I also don't have like this drive to go and want to grind the game, because I know none of that progression is going forward.
Yeah, you're just gonna get wiped.
And this game, to me, is all about progression. Like all of it. The extraction game mode is how you progress, but the progression elements of each of the factions and everything that you unlock for your character, and it's seasonal wipe based gameplay. I don't want to spend all of my time doing all of that for a closed alpha that's just going to reset the next time I go into a beta. So I got what I needed out of it. I'm going to play it more because I want to capture more clips, but I'm not into, like, how do I put this? I'm not like going to grind out this progression and then it's just going to go away.
Yeah.
I want to play the real game. I want my account to be starting right now. I want season 1 to start so I can actually grind the game.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I've been going through doing all the tasks and everything, and then I was thinking about it too. Like, damn, all this progression, all this time, I'm just gonna have to redo all of it. Like, but
yeah, yeah, exactly.
They said, why do people hate Bungie?
I still don't understand this, to be honest with you.
It's a lot of the Destiny community.
But I don't know why. I'm part of the Destiny community. I have so many fucking hours in Destiny, and not one time I fucking hate Bungie. So I missed it. I don't have that feeling.
I don't have the full insight on it, but from my understanding, they took a lot of resources away from developing Destiny, and I guess then they introduced all of the crazy microtransaction stuff, and then they sunsetted like half of the content that people paid for. They basically called it sunset, where it just locked it in the vault. You can see all your content that you paid for, all your different weapons from these different expansions. You see everything that you had. Can't use any of it, right? You can't use any of this stuff, and people were pissed off at that. Like, we fucking paid hundreds of dollars. Like, this is hundreds of dollars of content that we paid for that you guys just said we don't want to keep up on it. We're gonna lock it away. You guys can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
So I think that was a big part when people were like, "Fuck Bungie." Like
Okay.
they just robbed us basically. Like that's like we paid for this and you just
Okay.
took it away.
Okay.
They eventually turned that around, unsunset everything, but it took a while. But then it turned into, yeah, like Water Bob said, like Battle Pass 7, where everything's just microtransaction, Battle Pass, da 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 da. And so the Bungie community feels like they got, turned on. Like it was a fantastic game. Then they completely got shit on by them removing all their content that they paid for.
Yeah.
And then now they get it back, but then everything's like super paid, super microtransaction. And then they had that Concord game, which I didn't know anything about, but from my understanding,
Sony did, not Bungie, to be clear.
it wasn't Bungie, it was Sony?
No, Concord wasn't a Sony game, a Bungie game, was it?
See, I don't know. That's
No,
what I'm
no,
saying.
no,
I
it
don't know
wasn't.
anything about Concord.
Yeah, it wasn't. Concord was who the fuck made Concord? Concord was developed by a company, but they were under the Sony umbrella. Bungie didn't make Concord.
Okay, see, I don't know anything about it. It all got mixed in everything that I'm reading.
Yeah, Concord equals Sony.
Let's see here. Firewalk Studios.
Yeah.
Okay, well then never mind. I'm not even gonna talk about that part then. But everything that I've been reading, everything I've been reading, it all gets mashed together.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Because it's owned by Sony, which is owned by Bungie and Activision, and it's all the same freaking news.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically the Destiny community hates Bungie because
Yeah, I get it. I get why. I get why. I'm just not in that boat. I'm literally a day one Destiny player. I have, I don't know, 1,500 hours in Destiny. I have a lot.
That's true. We come and go a lot though. These are like
Correct.
the people that have been playing
Every day.
That's their game is Destiny. They don't touch other games. They play Destiny.
Yeah.
So they're like, even when they're pissed off at them, they hate them. They're still only playing Destiny.
Right, makes sense. That's me with Motorfest, right?
So then they get this game. This game comes out, and it's not Destiny.
No.
So they're fucking pissed at that too. Like, extraction shooter PvP only bullshit?
Right.
You took away resources from our game to build this. Why didn't you give us Destiny 3? Why aren't we getting more of what we like? Why are we getting this? So
Right.
it's that.
People are butthurt. People are butthurt, and they're taking it out on Marathon. The thing with this is like the Destiny community is not gonna play Marathon. To be honest with you, Marathon's gonna be a completely new audience.
I think the Crucible people will be playing Marathon for sure because it's made by the people that did the Crucible in Destiny 1, which is when the Crucible was insanely good.
Yeah, it was great. I've always had fun with the Crucible, to be honest with you.
Where the Crucible's at right now is kind of weird. It's very just ability spam, or at least it was when we just got back into it. I don't know if anything's changed with the new update, but when the Transcendence stuff happened, the Crucible was like crazy, just ability spam.
Yeah, they broke it a little bit with that. Stacy's a day one Destiny player as well, by the way.
True. That's actually true.
Facts. Starfield players are gonna play Marathon. I did not even look at Starfield.
I don't think anybody did.
That's terrible, dude. That's bad for Bethesda, man. I'm a fan of Bethesda. I think they're great. Yeah. But I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm
gonna be playing Marathon Water Blob, so what does that say about me?
I guess I'm sort of out of the norm on this one because I don't pay attention enough to literally any of the politics of gaming or the gaming industry. I don't care about it. I don't care what studio is having what problems or people getting fired or like, I know it's savage to say, like I should care because I'm sort of technically working in the industry. I don't at all. It's not on my radar. I'm not watching news articles. I'm not paying attention to who said what to who and which CEO had an affair with a prostitute. I don't give a fuck, dude. If the game is fun to play, I want to play it. That's it.
Exactly. Just like every game that comes out by Ubisoft, it's the same thing. This game, Ubisoft, dead on arrival, and it's like, it looks kind of cool.
It looks fun. I might try it. It's almost like the same. It could be a flaw in my character probably, but it's almost the same thing. Like why I only buy like Nikes or You know, I'm currently wearing Vans actually, but wait, am I wearing Vans? Yeah, I'm wearing Vans. I fucking forgot. I buy the same shoes all the time, and I know it's not the most ethical practice, the Nike factory, you know, but I'm not like watching that. I end up liking the way the shoes fit on my feet, you know.
Yeah.
Trying not to get canceled here, but also I don't pay attention to the back part of it. I'm a consumer of things, and I like to make fun videos. That's it.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I don't pay attention to any of the dev studio drama shit that's going on and whatever, dude. If the game looks fun, if I play it, if I'm having fun, I'm gonna play it.
Yeah.
And I know the majority of people out there do not. They're like, this is made by this company that I hate. Screw that. I'm not playing it.
I get it.
Okay. All right. Whatever, man.
Let
me have fun. Stop telling me to hate the game. Can we do that? Can we stop telling other people to hate something because you hate it?
No.
Let's do that.
Nope. The internet is here, and everyone has an opinion on X or Instagram or Facebook or the YouTube comment section. They all have an opinion, dude, and their opinion is that your opinion's wrong, and you need to conform to their opinion.
No way, man. You can have your opinion, but I don't have to have your opinion. All right, that's the way it goes.
There might be some sort of changing of the guard, though, and I'm gonna bring COD into this because I think Dustin is bringing up. He's saying, do players equally hate COD then? Because COD has a very strong battle pass structure. I think there was a moment in COD's life cycle where there was a lot of burnout, particularly from probably my generation. We had a more an idea of what we wanted from COD, and then it kind of changed, and people really walked away from the game. But the amount of people that walked away from the game, there were a bunch of newer, younger players that just came in and filled those positions and filled that spot. The audience changed to a different person, but the game never really did in its core. It's like it's the same. It could be the same thing here with Bungie.
Yeah.
Like, you think about the hate that Bungie got when they released Destiny, which was very PvE focused, and their game just before that was super heavy PvP. Like, they released Halo, which is insane PvP, and then they went straight to all PvE on Destiny, basically. I mean, there was PvP, but they brought this really great PvE experience, and now they're flip-flopping, doing the other thing, and now we have what? We have a PvP focused game in Marathon, and it's kind of the same. It's just a different, they're just getting a different audience, bro.
Yeah. Yep, I feel it.
Everyone's opinions are going to be wrong for someone. This is true.
Yeah.
This is true. It's fun being in Europe. Going to be fun to see what they will do with microtransactions after all these new laws get introduced. Yeah. I don't. What's going on in Europe with microtransaction laws?
I don't have the full scoop, but from what I saw, there was they're doing something with microtransactions where you have to show the amount of real currency that is tied to the amount of in-game currency. So if it's 300 freaking coins in game, that's, it has to also say $3.
Okay.
Type situation.
It's fair.
And you have to be able to purchase an exact amount of what an item costs. So if this costs $300,
okay,
but you're only selling packs,
right,
and the lowest pack you sell is 500 coins, that's not allowed. I think you have to be able to buy the exact amount for the item.
Right.
Because
I think that's fair.
That's fair, because it's a total scam.
It's a total scam. We talked about this on one of the previous podcasts. Yeah, Starbucks scam. Yeah, it's a scam.
This thing costs 300 coins, but I can only buy 500 coins. I'm getting scammed.
Exactly.
It's literally what
am I getting for those extra 200, and then I have to buy another 500 pack? Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Exactly.
And you have to do the math. Like, okay, this is a 300. I'm getting a 5. So when does 3 and 5 build? I have to buy 15 in order to be divisible by 300. So I technically have to buy 5 of these things. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the last that I heard. I don't know if there's anything else.
So, and obviously no random packs, since you got to see what you can buy. No random.
Oh, like
loot boxes.
Packs.
Yeah. No
loot boxes.
No loot drops.
Interesting. That is interesting. I didn't know about that part. Okay.
That's fine too.
No loot crates.
You can probably have loot crates that are not paid though. right?
Maybe like earned loot crates.
Yeah.
You can't buy the loot crates.
There's
'cause it is
something
just
there's
gambling.
something
It's just
fun about a
gambling.
loot crate though. Is there not? Am I in the minority by saying that?
No, I think it's fun. I mean, that's why people buy them.
I think it's fun.
It's gambling. It's
It is. It's
gambling's
like click
fun,
it,
dude.
like,
Yeah,
ooh,
like,
what am I gonna
dude,
what am I gonna get this time?
I make the joke on stream every time I'm playing a game that has some sort of gambling, and I'm always doing that. Like, dude, gambling always pays off, dude. Like, every time you get a chance to gamble. And what I say last, I was like, you don't lose, you just haven't won yet.
All right.
You just gotta keep
Right.
going. You're not losing when you're gambling, dude. You just haven't won yet.
Carrie says, I think Marathon will be better than Arc Raiders because of the hero aspect, the builds that can be used. It's more of an evolution on the genre than Arc Raiders. Yeah, I don't know anything about Arc Raiders enough to say whether it's going to be better. I hope both games are great. That's my position.
Yeah, I really want to get into Arc Raiders. Hopefully, I can get in and give it a shot because I want to see if it's fun.
Yeah.
It can have all the graphics and the sound and the freaking super optimization, but if the game freaking sucks, the gameplay's terrible and not fun, I'm not playing it. It's that simple. So I'm interested in seeing how that goes.
Waterblob says they're essentially pushing really hard for anything that has battle pass loot boxes and doesn't have 18 plus age restrictions on their game. Yeah.
Didn't this get kicked off by some like horse game, some like little kids like horse racing game?
I
think it was like, it's like some like horse show game or something like that I read, where like a parent like sued this company and like it's kicked off all these crazy laws getting made because like they wanted to buy a horse and the horse cost X amount of coins, but they can only buy a certain pack of coins. And they literally kicked all this off of some like little kid's horse game.
That's great. That's great. So Waterblob, if it's just gonna be like you have to put 18 plus on there, that's so easy to stamp on the game.
Yes, horse game.
That's
It was a mobile game, which yeah, okay, it makes more sense.
yeah, but like this is not new. This is not new. When I was little,
No.
you could do this exact same thing, but on a phone. You could call certain like hotlines or whatever, and they would just be making money on the call. You would call for a hotline for fucking Zelda, and you would rack up an insane phone bill.
Can you imagine trying to put 18 plus on Fortnite? Yeah, dude, that'd be insane.
I mean, they'll do it. They'll do it just to sell. 18 plus doesn't mean anything. People are just still gonna let their little Timmies go out and play a fucking game where you're shooting people.
I think a lot of these microtransaction laws a couple of years ago got placed in China. If I remember right, a few years ago, it was like huge, like headline, like this is going to change gaming across the globe. China's implementing all these crazy microtransaction laws.
Yeah.
And I think they're very similar to what's going on in Europe right now.
There's an argument that people shouldn't be letting their kids play Fortnite anyway, though, to be honest with you. It's literally shooting people with guns. Like, what do you... I guess if you're 17, though, and you're in high school, and you're like, I just want to shoot people, you know? That attitude you had when you were 17?
It's a fucking game, bro. It's a game, dude. Who cares? Let the kids play the games.
I agree with you, but at the same time, like, my son's 3, and
you're right.
I am thinking about it differently. I used to think that too, like, it's just a game, it's not going to have an effect on him. But then I see him, like, we played a little bit of Minecraft or whatever, and he loves the shit out of it when I kill the horses and the pigs and stuff. He's like all about that,
Right.
you know? So like, I don't know. Then I'm like, well, shit, maybe I shouldn't do that, you know? You start to think about it a little bit different. But he's really young. But if he was like 6, 7, like, oh, okay, whatever. He knows the difference between right and wrong at 6 and 7. And so, yeah, okay, Fortnite's whatever. So, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Or play the Weed Drug Empire on PlayStation. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right, Dustin. That's exactly right, bro. You used to be able to rack up an insane phone, like hundreds of dollars on a phone bill for calling these stupid hotline things. The same thing. It's different a little bit, but same thing. Same, but different. Chinese kids only get 2 hours in front of a screen, so they wouldn't be worried about it. That's, I don't know how true that is, but I know that there's like a lot of restrictions around the internet in China.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what that is, but it's a little bit outside my pay grade. A little
Just
bit.
a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I'm gonna be honest. You guys want to get into world politics real quick?
Yeah, let's get into politics real quick.
You guys want to start talking about global politics?
Fucking craziest place to talk about world politics is this podcast. Let me show you something that Stacy made. See if you like it.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna have to look at the stream probably.
Hold on. Just going on. All right. Oh my god, hold on, I can't see it. My stream's delayed. I gotta fast forward it. So peeled. That's pretty good, dude. Is that a hot dog and a banana?
It's a hot dog as a banana. Yes.
That's crazy.
So that's our peeled. I think that's gonna be the peeled emote.
That's pretty good, dude. Potassium packed glizzy.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Oh my god, it's too funny.
Shall we take a look at something that just dropped? What did this drop today? The Borderlands 4 official gameplay? Bro, Borderlands is the shit, dude. Borderlands is so cool.
We put in some hours in some Borderlands, dude.
So fucking cool. Bones, I'll drop it on a shirt for sure. Let's take a look at the Borderlands 4 official gameplay trailer. This came out today. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited for Borderlands, dude.
Yeah, same.
Let me switch this around. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, play.
What use is a vault hunter? What use is a killer? A brute. A rule-breaking, loot-taking, running, and gunning
That looks sick.
natural disaster. You are, in a word, mayhem. I take that personally.
Borderlands is bad.
Oh my god, dude.
Be advised, a
It looks so
citywide
good.
curfew has been enacted.
I know.
Violators will be shot on sight.
Yeah, it looks great, dude.
Bro. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, it looks great. It looks
Holy
fantastic.
shit. I just literally got the chills, bro.
It's fantastic. I
Oh
actually
my
can't wait for
god, dude. That,
it. Yeah.
bro, the monsters, dude. Can you, dude, the size and scale of everything is insane.
September 12th. God dang it, why does
Dude.
everything gotta come out at the same time?
They turned up this shit to like 11 and a half. Bro,
Yeah.
it looks insane.
It looked so good. Oh my god. I love me some Borderlands.
Borderlands, first of all, Borderlands is just amazing in its, by itself. But to have like, it almost seems like they just have like these giant boss fights, dude.
Yeah. Well, you remember the last one? There were a bunch of like really big boss fights too.
Yeah.
It was cool. A lot of fun actually, dude. Oh my god. I'm excited. It's been a while since we played Borderlands.
Yep.
I think the last Borderlands, I don't remember when it came out. It's been a while though. And yeah, I'm freaking pumped, man. I love Borderlands.
It's great. The definition of a looter shooter, man. It's so cool.
It's so freaking good, dude.
I don't have much to say about this other than it's fucking awesome.
It's so awesome. I can't wait. That's literally all we got, dude. Like, yes, let's play.
I want to
Let's
play it
freaking
now.
go.
I want to play it now.
Dustin said the movie was so good. Not yeah, I didn't see the movie. It looked like another classic trash move.
September 12th. My goodness. Yeah, the art style is phenomenal. It's just one of my favorites out of any game ever.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's another game in fucking September that I have to worry about.
That's literally what I'm saying,
Dude.
dude. Like everything's dropping at the same time.
I am never. September is the worst, bro. I'm not gonna have any time to play anything.
Yeah, it's awful, man. Like what the hell's going on?
And this time they have weapon customization. It's unreal, dude.
Yeah, that's cool, dude.
Yeah. Wait, Dustin, you didn't like the movie? I haven't seen the movie yet. I'm interested to see what your thoughts are on the movie.
I mean, it.
Borderlands channel win?
movie.
Oh god, I need someone else to run that one. I can barely do these two.
Isn't GTA 6 supposed to come out this fall too? Yeah,
I
probably.
think honestly, Bates, I think it'll be closer to Christmas, which is why you're seeing these games slot everything
Just
for
before.
for September, because they want to get the sales. They want to get those initial sales before GTA 6. The GTA 6 launch is going to fuck the industry up. Like, it's going to be insane.
I guess, yeah. Unless you don't have console.
I mean, think about the number of people that don't have consoles.
Right.
There's not that many.
I'm one of them. I'm not playing GTA 6, dude. Sad as it is, I'm not gonna be there for it.
I don't know, man. You might want to. You might change your mind when you get close. You might find a reason.
Okay.
You might be like, I really want to play. I don't fucking know. What's a PlayStation exclusive game? Name one.
Spider-Man.
Sure.
God of War.
God of War. God of War's on PC though, isn't it?
I think the original one's on PC now.
I don't know. I'm just saying, when it comes down to it, and GTA 6 about to release, you're like, fuck. Gotta go buy a console now.
Yeah, but then it's like, if I'm gonna buy a console, might as well just get the Switch too. I'm just kidding.
That's the worst. That's the worst thing I've ever heard you say.
Switch too, dude.
Dustin says, I have a console and won't be playing GTA 6. Why not?
That is interesting. Yeah, how come?
I'm curious.
GTA 6 has high expectations to live up to. Dude, I talked about that a while ago on this stream. I was like, imagine, like, there's no chance it flops, but imagine.
Imagine if it did.
Imagine if it drops and everybody's like, this game is ass. It
Yeah.
would be the most insane thing ever.
Well, it's definitely set up to disappoint because the expectation is so high.
The expectation is so
But
high.
also the fandom is crazy, right? Like, I think the people are just in love with it, and whatever it is, they're gonna make excuses as to why it's not terrible. You know, if it actually was terrible, I think people would. There'd be a lot of coping, as people like to say.
Mm-hmm. It's a dumb game. Oh, I got you. You're just not a fan of Grand Theft Auto.
Just not a
in
fan.
general.
Okay, fair enough.
That's fair. Yeah, that is fair.
I'm a
That is
fan.
very-
I've played
Yeah.
every single one of them. I have a feeling it's obviously going to be huge for the first couple of months, but if it doesn't compare to 5, it's gonna die instantly fast. Well, it's definitely not dying. That for sure, I could say. It's probably not gonna die.
Yeah, it won't die. If it launches with, especially if it launches with like an online, like GTA Online, it'll live. I mean, look at where this game's at. Like, look at where GTA 5's at currently.
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna make a fuckload of money, dude. They're gonna make a ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, I think it's a good place to stop. We made it through without my power going out. So that's good.
That is huge.
I can
Yeah.
hear the rain. The rain. It's insane right now. The rain is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good. We made a full hour and a half, which is good.
Nice.
And I don't have a plan for anything after this. I need to actually work on marathon, so I want to do some playing.
Yeah,
That's Thunder.
I'm down.
Yeah,
I'm down for some marathon.
so I will probably. You guys might see me pop up a stream this weekend at night sometime. So just keep an eye out for that. If you guys are down to play a little bit, we'll probably do something like that. But I don't have anything planned after the stream today, after the podcast today. I'm just gonna get to work. I got a few things I gotta do. And have you put the roto wipe in the dishwasher yet? Actually, I don't have a dishwasher, believe it or not.
Steven is streaming marathon tonight. That's a possibility. We could do that later. I don't know if Trigger wants to. He might be recording some stuff. So
I will be. Yeah.
Yeah. So possibly keep an eye out later. We might do like a little 3-hour stream in a few hours.
Yeah. I'll probably end up going into bed around 2, so it'll be 12 o'clock your time.
Okay. Well, there you go. 12 o'clock
Pacific.
PST.
Yeah.
I'll throw a stream on for a couple hours on marathon. Okay.
So,
if you guys want to hang out.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I appreciate everyone hanging out. Dustin, once again, thank you so much for the early Dustin membership. That's amazing. And I'll try to get this emote uploaded as well, so we have so everyone can stay peeled, bro. Everyone needs to stay peeled to the countdowns and the goes in chat, and now you can with an emote.
3 hours, it turns into 10 hours. Yeah, it'd be like that, Dustin. That's what happens.
So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. It was a good one.
Yep.
And we'll see you next week on the podcast. Also, keep an eye out for a stream. Keep your eyes peeled.
Yep. It's peeled, man. Stay peeled.
All right, stay peeled. Bye-bye.